I don't generally have a lot of feeling for Trump, but I feel for anyone who's in a position where they just don't know, that they don't really get it. They don't understand how people see them. They don't know why they live in a truth that is such a phase of reality. It doesn't belong to anybody. Just sad. And narcissism is the thing. I get it.
So yeah, because one of two things is happening. He either truly convinces himself that reality is not reality. I mean, because like when he went to the World Cup final and people were booing him, and I'm not saying everybody was booing him, but there were a lot of boos, and then a lot of it was really interesting. I don't know if you caught. I think it was an Australian channel or news were showing, like they were running it live. And when Trump was on stage, and it was very clear that the president of FIFA was trying to say, hey, come on, dude, this is for Spain, and he wouldn't go. And the guy said something along the lines of, what the hell's he doing there? We can edit this out, right? And my point is that a lot of people, there's been a lot of negative press about him inserting himself in that. As it should be, it wasn't his moment. It was Spain's moment. And I would have said that if Barack Obama had done it or anybody else. It's not your fucking moment. Or, sorry, it's not your moment. It's Spain's moment. But he either is completely oblivious to that, which makes me sad, or he hears it and it doesn't matter to him because he just needs to have the attention. I taught, for those of you joining us for the first time, thank you very much. We're Life in a Baggage Claim. Jim and I talk about politics and the right and wrongs of things, not so much the right and left of things. But so if you've never joined us, I was in education. I was a principal and a teacher, alternative education for years. And, I dealt with a lot of kids who were so starved for attention, negative attention and punishment made them happy. They didn't say that, but like any attention, because negative attention is the easiest to get. If I go into a coffee shop and start screaming at people, everybody's going to notice. Everybody's going to listen. But if I go in a coffee shop and I'm quiet and I'm, and I thank the barista or whatever they're called, and I don't drink coffee, but, or I thank the cashier, make a little joke and then leave, that cashier will be like, oh, that was a nice guy. But the rest of the patrons won't necessarily know I was even there. So we would have kids who would do all this negative behavior just to get attention. And I feel like either one, whether that's the case where he just will do whatever to get any kind of attention, or is oblivious and has convinced himself that he is really, really popular, whichever one, they both make me sad for him. They really do. And that's a human moment. That's not a politics thing. Now, having said that, I would really love him to not be president anymore. But as a human being, there's a lot I see that makes me sad because I don't believe at my core that he's happy. You can't be and need all that attention and lash out at people. And, he did it again today. He was pretty crappy to a female reporter who just asked him an honest question.
Why can't we speak up about that? Why is that? Why does that reporter sit there and take it? If you started calling me a retard or an idiot, you'd probably get me to my feet. And if you kept going, I'd probably come within inches of your face.
You don't know why? You don't know why they take it? Because if they don't take it, they get thrown out of the press pool.
Well, see, and that's the problem. We let that happen. That again, we come back to
agree.
You let it happen.
Agree. Oh no, couldn't agree more. But that's the thing. I mean, you get thrown out of the press pool, and Jim does not want to go back to his editor and say, yeah, I got snarky with the president now our entire news outlet is not allowed to be there anymore. So that's why they put up with it. They have to. And he knows that. That's this whole administration.
So shame on our free press for not standing up for the rights they want and need, because if they're being taken away, it's their own frickin' damn fault. And so therefore, I give the American press my Baggie of the Week award.